I am just going to tell you right off the bat, I'm on the edge of a breakdown.
I haven't been following the Nikocado Avocado situation all that closely, but I've picked up a distinctive shift in his internet personality. It's easy to see how he's becoming more serious about his current circumstances and how his choices are affecting his well-being. After seeing the news last year about his weight loss journey, I was both impressed and taken aback. I was worried about the path he was going down and was unsure if whether or not he would strive to get better before it became too late. A little over a week ago, he uploaded this video to one of his secondary channels. It's his only upload in the last few months. Well, he's had a habit of using titles like, "This will be my last video," for clickbait. This one has a much different tone to it that leads me to believe he is being serious this time and understands the gravity of his situation. Because based on what he's saying, I definitely get the sense he's feeling regret for how he's spent the last several years of his life. If for whatever reason you don't know how he could have gotten to this point, I'll give you the cliff notes. It started off posting pretty normal and inoffensive content. For one, he was and still is an excellent violin player. Some of his videos consisted of him showing off his talent, and he also posted the occasional mukbang video on the side. He actually used to be vegan, and a lot of his meals were pretty healthy and had reasonable portion sizes. To make a long story short, he eventually realized the potential in making shock content. The fact of the matter is, shock content on any social media platform is guaranteed to generate easy clicks and engagement. My guess is he decided it was worth sacrificing his true personality and relatively healthy body and instead opt for something more interesting in the eyes of the internet. In case it isn't obvious, the Nikocado you see in the majority of his videos isn't really him. It's his persona. It's what he's come to know for years, as it's guaranteed to get people to click on his videos, if only to laugh at him. When we take a look back at the course of his internet life, watching him become who he is today has served as a good case study of what happens when you don't fully understand the consequences of your actions, when you are willing to go abnormal lengths for the sake of maintaining internet fame and a luxurious lifestyle. It's honestly one of the saddest internet tales you could possibly indulge in, watching a man devolve and putting on a face for the world to see for many years. If you want to know the full extent of his de-evolution, The Right Opinion did an excellent 4-hour documentary some years back, which will be linked down below. Anyways, now that we're all caught up, let's hear what Nick has to say.
Like, most likely by the end of this video, or halfway through, I'm going to be flipping out. It's one of those moments in life where you know that you're on the you know that you really want to and you know you shouldn't. And I'm like, well, have to film. It's honestly a lot to do with you. My life was going great. So I decided to do this YouTube life where I thought it'd be fun to reach people, share community, make videos. I thought that would be fun. I thought that would be a fun way to make money, a fun way to get myself out there, a fun way to live my life. And I'm sitting here thinking, I have thrown away the best years of my life. If only you knew half of it. The half of it, you guys see the surface. It's so superficial. And ironically, a lot of you guys act with shallow mannerisms anyway. Like, y'all are shallow. Not everybody, but most of you. So it goes hand in hand. You act shallow and you see a superficial amount of what's really going on in my life. And things that I actually really go through. I wish I could turn back the clock. I wish I could go back in time. I wish I would never have done YouTube. I wish I would have never decided that this would be a fun way to make a living, that this would be a fun way to have a life, this would be a fun way to provide for my family. That's what it was all really about. And it's so ironic, because if you knew, well, who cares if you knew? You'd still be a piece of shit.
I think he does regret his decisions, and while everyone may not agree, I see this as an honest mistake. I think his effort to put on this internet personality and act in eccentric ways for YouTube fame was not expected to be met with this much negativity. He probably saw it as something people would laugh at and move on with their day. While you may argue how naive that expectation is, that isn't really the point. The fact is, there is an actual person behind the camera, and this video is a rare instance where we get to see the real Nikocado, not the one he pretends to be for clicks.
It's because I'm not editing this. funny if I put in a little cut right there. Like follow my cameo or some BS like that. I just did it. That's really funny. See, I can crack myself up. I feel like I do have a good sense of humor, you know? That's the funny thing. Like, I feel like I am funny. I feel like, in a way, YouTube is great for me to be funny. It's a great way for me to put myself out there.
Yeah, without question, this is the person I'd much rather see on camera. The one that's genuinely happy to be there, the one that's always smiling, and the one that has that quirky sense of humor. That's why I've just felt sad whenever I see him upload. All I can think about is what he's doing to himself and what it means for his friends and family. To many of us, it's a horrifying thought. What makes this video so important is after all these years, he seemingly understands it too.
At the end of the day, I turn off the camera and I am miserable. I am not happy. And the people who support me are, in large part, not good people. I have some good people here and there, but most people, no. And it's very difficult for me. It's extremely difficult for my psyche, for my motivation to get out of bed, knowing that my job is to face people who hate me, who don't care for me, that aren't even interested in me. They're here to see someone fat. They're here for someone fat. And you know, it's just, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, Nick, this is not the path. Just hang in there a little bit more. Something might come up. Something's bound to come up. You knew some good people. I had connections to former CEOs of huge companies. I could have gotten my foot in the right door at some point in time. I was professional. I was smart.
I honestly wasn't sure if I'd ever see the day, but I'm glad to see he understands what he's doing to himself. Yeah, based on the context, this has definitely been a long time coming. He stated in other videos that he's miserable whenever he turns the camera off, and I definitely believe that. Think about it. If YouTube became your entire life, dictated how you took care of yourself, the way you acted, and the stuff you did for fun, you'd feel awful, wouldn't you? It's reassuring that he's been taking the time to take a step back and look at what he's sacrificed to get here, and all the years he's missed out on. In any case, the rest of the video consists of him eating, but definitely has a more genuine vibe compared to what he normally uploads, which is good. I like to see that. But yeah, in case that title isn't obvious, it looks like he doesn't have any plans to return to YouTube anytime soon. At the very least, he's probably taking a long extended break, but it's also possible that he's quitting YouTube altogether, which I can 100% support. There's nothing funny or entertaining about watching a man literally kill his body and throw his life away for views and money. It's just sad. That's why I latched onto whenever he commented on his weight loss. It was welcoming to see, and I hope he continues this weight loss journey either on or off camera. My message to Nick is this. I know how difficult it can be to get out of bed every day when you feel like you cannot be yourself. My last romantic relationship was anything but easy. I was always putting on a face for the sake of keeping the peace and trying to navigate helping my partner with her own personal issues while also hoping she was proud of me. I sympathize with him because I relate to his situation. Faking it was the only way I knew how to navigate my life for 10 months. I cried myself to sleep feeling like I was trapped in an endless cycle that I couldn't break out of. It was only after building the courage to break out of it that I finally saw the other side. By the way, on the off chance you're watching this, Shane, please understand that I don't hold a grudge against you. Neither of us are ready to be in a relationship. Shit happens. In any case, Nick, there is no one or nothing that can stop you from doing the same. You have the ability to turn yourself around and break out of this cycle. If I'm being honest, I would totally watch a video series of you losing weight and documenting it for the world to see. Some people may see it as an entertaining redemption arc, but I see it as you finally being yourself on camera for the first time in almost a decade. This is your chance to save yourself before it's too late. I have no doubt people will support you if you decide to go through with this, whether it means quitting YouTube or making videos on your weight loss and generally being healthier. Do whatever you think is best for yourself, not what will generate clicks and content. It is going to be difficult. It may honestly be some of the hardest months or years of your life, but you need to do what is best for you. Now's your chance. Don't miss out on it. With all that said, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm thinking I'll be doing a mix of both reaction and gaming content, as that'll fit my busy schedule more than making completely more produced works. Being a college student, it's been difficult to find free time as of recently. I plan on delivering content more consistently so I can get this channel off the ground, but that's definitely going to take time. I appreciate your understanding and thank you for taking a chance on me. This video is more serious and personal than I normally like to be, but this was the first time in a while I saw something that I felt was very important to comment on. But thank you for watching regardless. With all that said, have a great day and take care of yourself. Retro signing off.